Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing okay, this isn't part 2, like legit. It's just part 2 to the last video, but in the series, I don't know what we're at now. We've had a lot of sex videos, so welcome back. But I'm just gonna get right into the questions. The first question is it normal to be okay with receiving lesbian sex, but I don't know if I'm up for giving? Yes. Pillow princesses are a thing, and I have a lot of friends that are gay but don't like giving, and that's okay. I think being upfront and open and honest is the best route. The next question is your shaving coochie routine. Look, I'm here to provide. This has been a hard one throughout my entire life, and before I get into anything, I do want to first say hair is just hair. You don't actually need to shave your coochie. Only shave your coochie if you want to shave your coochie. Don't do it for your partner. I don't know, your body is very much your body, your choice in all aspects. And if you haven't done any research on the history of hair and shaving your vagina, I highly encourage you to do so. Warning, it does get very dark. I do personally shave down there, but only because I get overstimulated with any hair. Let me tell you, activist me wants to have all the hair. I want all the hair. But it is what it is, and my personal routine is not necessarily a hard one. But I'll get to the nitty-gritty, okay? I've tried waxing. No, I don't care that much for it to look that pristine.
Joke's on you. All punani is pristine.
You guys witnessed the waxing on camera. I know. No one is worth that amount of pain, and I also don't think I would be involved with somebody that cares that much to what my vagina looks like. Anyway, hate waxing, don't recommend. But I feel you girlies on the razor bumps, because that is what a lot of the questions were saying. If you exfoliate a lot, that helps a lot. And on top of that, if you soak her in some warm water, that opens up a lot of the hair follicles as well. You can even get a warm washcloth and lay it over her. Give her some relaxing time, you know, treat her well. You're about ready to fucking shave her. Like, spoil her first. After all of that, I get to the good stuff. I do shave downwards first, and then whatever's left, I shave upwards. I know you're not supposed to, but I do it so carefully, and I don't end up with razor bumps unless I'm going fast. If I'm going fast, it's gonna happen, whatever. I don't use shaving cream or anything to see what I'm doing. I don't have time for that. The next question is it possible to achieve orgasm through just using your fingers? Abso-fucking-lutely. I prefer fingers, honestly, over any form of sex. The next question is thoughts on period sex. Mwah, I love period sex. I'm not even gonna lie. Is it messy? Yeah, but that's what towels are for. And for me personally, the first day is always a no, because I am in so much pain and like discomfort, it's not even on my mind. But further on into my period, I'm a 7-dayer, by the way. 7 fucking days I'm on my period. It's getting hot and heavy, and you're gonna tell me that that bitch is gonna stop me from having sex? No. And I definitely get more horny, which is very normal, by the way, on my period. Plus, if you didn't know, you're actually a lot more sensitive down there, so sex can feel better. And like, I get it if your partner has like a fear of blood or just something like that, but I just think that the stigma of it being gross should just be thrown out the window. The next question is how to figure out what you like. There's so many different ways to figuring out what you like. What has helped me honestly best is being with different partners. There's a lot of different resources that you can look into, so that's not the only way, but I figure out things a lot better when there's communication involved. So like sitting and talking to somebody about like what they exactly like and what they have found works for them triggers the light bulb in my head to be like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, let's try it. But yeah, that's why I'm so for people exploring new things and experimenting, because it's not like you're just gonna automatically know exactly what you like if you never experienced something else. With consent, of course. I know that I don't have to keep saying that, but I do think it's necessary. It doesn't hurt to just keep saying with consent, guys, and I'll actually say it louder. With consent, guys. The next question is, do you have anything you would never do in bed? Do you have a limit? I am open to almost anything, or at least exploring that topic and learning more about it. The next question is, longest you've gone without having sex? This is a good question because I'm a relationship type of gal. Most of the time, I guess I am kind of having sex. Definitely like a few months. The next question is, how long do you wait before having sex with someone? I personally don't have like a timeline of, oh yeah, we like passed the 3-month mark, so let's get it on. It is very heavily dependent on vibes, and I hate to be like vibe check, like what are the vibes? What are we feeling here? But seriously, for me, it is just kind of based on the energy between me and that person. If I click with someone and I feel like I could be vulnerable and honest and trust them with that that level of intimacy. It just doesn't have to have a time frame on it. Next question is dream celebrity threesome. Not that I've thought about this a lot, but Billie Eilish and Megan Fox. Like, are we being serious right now? Like, do we need to ask that question? Megan, for one, is just hot, and for two, she's spiritual, which is just extra hot. And then you're gonna throw Billie in the mix? Yeah, but honestly, it would be a lot of pressure. Like, that would be so much pressure. Like, if we're talking real talk, like they're in my bed, I'd be like, what's your guys' Mars? I want to see if we're compatible. I guess I probably should have checked this first before I even said that they'd be in my three-way. As of Alex, you would definitely allow them in your three-way. Wow, she's a Cap Mars. I've never had sex with a Cap Mars, but look, I'm an Earth sign. It's fine. Billie Eilish, natal chart. She's a Pisces Mars. I also haven't had sex with a Pisces Mars, but it's Billie. It's fine. The next question is, do you like giving or receiving head better? Giving, no questions asked. I love giving head. It's so much fun. I don't actually enjoy receiving head that much. Now look, if you're going down there, am I gonna be like, stop it? No. No. But I do prefer other things in sex. The next question is, after abuse, did you become hypersexual? I know this is very common for a lot of people. I've been abused in that department with multiple different partners. The first time that it happened, I did internalize it a lot. It made me have a lot of kinks surrounding not being in control, which I've since learned that that is a really normal reaction. If you guys can relate to that, don't feel guilty, because that's something that I definitely was very confused with for a long time. I highly recommend you doing a lot of research about that, because it is very interesting how the brain operates and maneuvers trauma, but it is normal, rest assured. The one that is a lot more recent, I have developed a lot of anxiety surrounding sex, and it's more so that I don't want to put anybody else in the same situation that I was placed in. So consent is just really, really important for me, and almost to an extreme amount where I am constantly asking for validation of consent, even if it's already been given to me, and given to me very clearly, like, hey Alex, you do have consent for this. I still need to ask you a few more times to make sure. And also why I like having a lot of conversation about sex beforehand, so that way it eases a lot of my anxiety. But I do know hypersexuality is extremely common, so if that's something that you're experiencing, you're not alone. It's just not how I personally reacted to things. So I don't know, it sucks, and I'm like genuinely really sorry if you have gone through an experience like that. You don't deserve it. I think it's even more frustrating being placed in a situation like that. They wanted to quickly satisfy something in exchange for long-term pain that you have to go through the rest of your life, and you're kind of left to pick up the pieces from it. A big fuck you to abusers. But the next question is, I'm scared of sex after only having done it with one person before and having a 3-year-long relationship. I definitely understand and relate to having that anxiety as well, because I came from a close to 5-year relationship, going out into the dating pool like, fuck, you guys have way more experience than me. However, I will say sex with long-term relationships does have its strengths, because you were able to communicate that entire time and really learn somebody else's body, and you can bring that to the table with your next partner of things that you've already learned and mastered because you've been doing it for 3 years. So it is all in perspective. Be easy on yourself. We are all learning something new in different categories. The next question is, what is the major differences between sex with a spouse and sex with a girlfriend, boyfriend? So if we're just talking legalities of like, you're married, is the sex different? Obviously no. No contract is just gonna make the sex get better. But if you mean like, you know, a short-term relationship versus a more serious long-term relationship, I think the main difference is just being at the beginning of your journey of learning this person's body and then really mastering this person's body, however, learning new ways to keep sex exciting. So there's different things that you have to battle. So yeah, that is it for all these sex questions. Thank you guys so much for asking. If you want to join us on the next video, you can head over to my Instagram where I ask you guys to ask me the questions. So I'll see you over there, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.